Hi, so this is an OCR Maths Foundation paper from November 2018. You may use a calculator. Jody asked some people to choose from 6 countries where they would most like to go on holiday. The bar chart shows the results for 5 of the countries. 14 people answered Spain, so that would be here. The fewest people, that would be Germany. France was chosen by 25. Italy versus Mexico. Italy was 18 and Mexico was 12, so that would be 6. Question 2a, this would be a cylinder. ABCD is a rectangle. Add the math symbol to the diagram to show that BCD is a right angle. That would be this. Louisa changes £320 into euros. £1 is worth 1.14 euros. How many euros does she receive? So you do 320 times 1.14. Which is 364.8 euros. Write down each of the following. An even number would be 2, 5, 11, 1. HCF, highest common factor, would be 7. 35 over 7 is 5. 91 over 7 is 13. So 7 goes into both of them. Write 3 to 57 as a ratio. In its simplest form, divide both by 3. That would be 1 to 19. Bob and Chris share some money in the ratio 2 to 3. Bob receives £8. Work out how much Chris receives. Bob receives 8. Chris receives 1.5 times 8, which is 12. Add 6 to both sides. X is 10. 12 over 3 equals x. X would be 4. So it would be 81.5. Round this to 3SF. 3SF means don't include any of the initial zeros, so 0.00. Now the next 3 digits. So it would be 0.00569. It would stay as a 9 because the number after 9 is a 4, so you do not round up. Here is a function. The input is x and the output is y. Write an algebraic expression for y in terms of x. So it would be x over 3 plus 9. Liu wants to decorate some cakes with shapes. She has 140 shapes. Each shape is a star or a heart. The ratio of the number of stars to the number of hearts is 4 to 3. She wants to put 5 stars and 4 hearts on each cake. How many cakes can she decorate? So 4 and 3, we can think of 4 plus 3 is 7. So each part, if you would be 20. Therefore, 80 stars, 60 hearts. She wants to put 5 stars and 4 hearts on each cake, so 80 over 5 is 16. And 60 over 4 is 15. We picked the lower number, so the answer would be 15. 15 cakes. Triangle A is shown on the diagram below. Enlarge triangle A with scale factor 2 and center of enlargement 00. It would look like this. So here scale factor 2 means both the all sides have doubled in length. And about center 0, 0, so I drew dotted lines from 0, 0 across to each point and I extended them. This is what your triangle would look like. Point P is shown on the grid. Write down the coordinates of P. That would be 2, 4. Plot point Q. That would go there. Use the formula V equals U plus AT to find the final velocity. So final velocity is V. U is 8. A is 3. Time is 5. 3 times 5 is 15. Plus 8 is 23, which would be V. Calculate the circumference of a circle with a diameter of 10. That would be pi d. So pi d is circumference equals 10 pi, which is 31.4 centimeters, or you could just write 10 pi centimeters. Find the value of x in each of the following. X would be 1. This would be b4 times b to the 4 times b to the 4 times b to the 4. You add the indices in that case, it would be b to the 12. The largest common factor, the highest common factor here would be 9x. So this would be 9x, 2x plus 1. That's your answer. 15 tea bags of similar quality are sold in 3 different size packs: small, medium, and large. Which pack is the best value for money? How do you decide? You need to find the cost per bag for each pack. So for the small pack, it would be £2.10 divided by 80. For the medium pack, it would be 3.55 over 150. For the large pack, it would be 5.25 divided by 220. So 2.1 over 80, 3.55 over 150, and 5.25 over 220. Using the calculator, this is 0.02625. This is 0.0236 recurring, and this is 0.023863 recurring. So from here we can see that the best value for money, which would be the lowest cost per packet, would be the medium one. Part B, why might they not buy a pack which is not the best value for money? So the reason for that is they may not want the maximum number of bags as possible. They might only need a few bags. In 16, the perimeter of the pentagon is equal to the perimeter of the square. Find an expression for the length of one side of the square. So you need to add up everything. So 5x plus 3 plus 7x plus 4 plus 9x minus 10 plus 5x plus 8 plus 2x plus 3, and divide that by 4 to find the length of one side of the square. If you do that, you'd get 7x plus 2. James works from 2 p.m. until 8:30 on both Thursday and Friday. He's paid £12 an hour. On Saturday, he's paid 1.5 times his hourly rate. He works for 5 hours on Saturday. Calculate how much James earns in total for these 3 days. So 6.5 times 12 plus 1.5 times 5 times 12. And it's not just 6.5 times 12. He does that on 2 different days. So it would be 6.5 times 12 times 2. Or just add it again. That would give you £246. Dr. Jones starts an appointment for every 20 minutes. Warm starts an appointment for every 35 minutes. Their first appointment is at 8:30, both of them. What is the next time they have an appointment at the same time? So we just keep So you can just keep adding minutes here. So 8:30, if you're adding 20, it'll be 8:50, 9:10, 9:30, 9:50, 10:10, 10:30, 10:50. And if you add 35 minutes, it'll be 8:30, 9:05, 9:40, 10:15, 10:50. So it would be 10:50 a.m. The scale diagram shows Katie's garden ABCD. Katie places a statue in the garden. The statue is more than 30 meters from D, closer to CB than AB. Construct and shade the region where the statue could be placed. Show all your construction lines. So for a question like this, you're going to need a compass and you're going to be doing some bisectors. So if it's more than 30 meters from D, you need to draw a compass, which is 6 centimeters, and draw an arc. It could be something like that. This is not to scale, as I'm doing it on a computer. And closer to CB than AB. So here you need to draw a 45-degree angle from CB and AB at that right angle, at that corner. So to do that, you could draw a perpendicular bisector like so. And from there, put your compass on this cross that I just drew and draw an arc there. Put your compass on this other cross that I drew, draw an arc where it intersects. That would be your 45-degree angle. And this bit that I'm shading in would be the region. So we've been given two values, 8.4 and 30. So the sine of this angle would equal opposite of our hypotenuse, which would be 8.4 over 30. From there, we can find that angle. Then we can use the cosine function. Cos x equals x over 30. 30 cosine x equals x. So sine x equals 8.4 over 30. 30 sine x So from here, we can work out what x is, which would be 16.26 degrees. And then cos answer, which is 16.26, equals x over 30. So 30 cos answer equals x. X would be 28.8 centimeters, which seems reasonable as it's a bit shorter than the hypotenuse. Shori buys a box of 60 candles for £125. She sells the candles for £2.25 each, £2.25 each. Calculate a percentage profit. So that would be 8% because 2.25 times 60 is 135. 10 divided by 125 is 8%. Hector can run 400 meters in 66 seconds. Use this info to show that he could run 5 kilometers in less than 14 minutes. So speed is distance over time. The distance here would be 5,000 if you're converting it to meters, and the time would be 14 times 60, which is 840. So the speed initially was 6.6 recurring meters per second for the 400 meter race. And the speed required to run 5 kilometers in less than 14 minutes is just 5.95 meters per second, which Hector surpasses. Hector tries to run 5 kilometers in less than 14 minutes. Give one reason why he may not be able to do this: because he would slow down due to fatigue. Here are the interest rates for 2 bank accounts, the NSB and the CAB. Mia put 6,400 into each account. Calculate the difference in value between the 2 accounts after 8 years. So, for the Northern Saving Account, it would be 66,400 times 1.025 to the power 8. But with simple interest, it will be something different. Pause the video if you want to have a go. So with the NSB, we got 7797.78. For the other one, the method was to do 0.027 times 8 for 8 years. And then we add 1. And we multiply that by 6,400, which would give you 7,782.4 and 40 pence. So the difference, you'd subtract them to get £15 and 38 pence. Romelu picks a shirt and shorts. The chance he picks a red shirt is 0.4. The chance he picks white shorts is 0.7. Complete the tree diagram. So it would look like this. The probabilities must add up to 1. So 0.4 plus 0.6 would be 1. 0.7 plus 0.3 would be 1. And this is what calculate the chance that Romelu picks a red shirt but does not pick white shorts. That would be 0.4 times 0.3, which is 0.12. Because the chance of picking a red shirt is 0.4 and does not pick white, as we can see from the diagram, is 0.3. Marcin buys 7 rulers and 15 crayons for £7. A ruler costs 12p more than a crayon. Find the cost of 1 crayon. So you could think of the ruler, if the crayon you can label as C, the ruler would be C plus 12. So 7 brackets C plus 12 plus 15C equals 700, because £7 would be 700 pence. So 7C plus 12 plus 15C equals 700. 7C plus 84 plus 15C equals 700. 22C equals 616. C would be, you can use the calculator, you would get 28. Here are the first 4 terms of a sequence. Find the nth term. So it goes down by 5 every time. So it would be minus 5n plus c. and at n equals 1 it's 28. So minus 5 brackets 1 because n is 1 plus c equals 28. So minus 5 plus c equals 28. So c would be 33. So it would be 33 minus 5n. 72 children are asked whether they have a laptop or an iPad. Represent this info in a Venn diagram. That's what it would look like, because 12 have both, 36 have just an iPad, 19 have just a laptop, and 5 have neither. One of the children is chosen at random. Find the probability that they have an iPad but not a laptop. It would be 36 over 72, which is 0.5. As we can see from here, 36 have just an iPad, and in total there are 72 people. That would conclude the end of that paper. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below.